What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Wezot Talks, an American talking about Manchester United, and the Sesko saga continues. Newcastle putting in a massive bid and a deadline for Sesko to make his decision as United wait in the wings for something to happen. Is that the right move? We'll talk about that and more. But if you are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We are on the road to 250 subscribers, and it is all because you guys. Thank you so much. So hit that subscribe button, hit the share button, hit the like button as well. It will make a huge difference. But news just coming across over the last couple of hours. Newcastle are tonight pushing hard to agree to a deal with Leipzig for Benjamin Sesko after encouragement today that he wants to join. It's not known what his camp has communicated to United, and all outcomes are possible. That is from Craig Hope. We also have Newcastle have made an improved bid to RB Leipzig for Benjamin Sesko as of David Ornstein, the classic Ornstein Bomba. Nothing agreed, but Leipzig are favoring Newcastle and no United offer as of yet. Positive talks between clubs and with Benjamin Sesko. The unknown is Manchester United's next move, according to Craig Hope. And then in terms of a price bid, this coming from Fabrizio Romano, and we can confirm it here on his Twitter as well. United confirmed again to Leipzig that they will bid if Sesko picks them. Newcastle has sent official bid worth 90 million package, 80 plus 10 add-ons on the table. No decision yet from the player. Newcastle wants an answer on Sesko's side by Wednesday. No movement from Manchester United as of tonight. And then confirming that here on Fabrizio's page directly, Newcastle have sent official bid to RB Leipzig for Sesko worth 90 million euros. What is 90? Here we go. So that's roughly what the figure is. It's about 78 million pounds. So we can round it up. Basically 80 million pounds for Sesko. I mean, that's quite a large amount of money for a striker, in which we could have gotten a little bit cheaper with Gyökeres. Could have gone 65 plus 5 euros, million euros, not just straight up euros, for Sesko. But I think one of the bigger things about this, and I really don't know what to make of this, because Sesko hasn't really said anything. He's been quiet on his end, and his agent as well. But the biggest tell here is Newcastle want an answer on Sesko's side by Wednesday. No movement from United as of tonight. That's quite interesting, because obviously Newcastle want this to get done. I think if they can get this done, they will then move on from Isak to Liverpool. But it's interesting that Sesko has not said anything, has not stated that, oh yeah, I would love to go to either club or one or the other. He hasn't said anything, which to me feels like that United is his team. The unknown is Manchester United's next to move. Craig Hope, I hope he's right, because if the deadline by Wednesday, which is not today of this video coming out, it is tomorrow, if there's no news from Sesko stating that he would be happy to go, in which Leipzig would most likely accept the offer, then I think the deal's off the table for Newcastle, and they throw another transfer down the tubes of another player that they cannot bring in this summer. Now, it still remains to be said that, let's say Sesko says, you know what, I want to go to Manchester United, and Leipzig say, well, thanks a lot, Newcastle, really appreciate it. They turn to United, and then they say, well, United, if you want him, you got to give us that same 90 million package. I don't know if that's going to be the case. And realistically speaking, Leipzig would have all the pull in that situation if that were to be the case. And then United would be out a lot more money than they would have been with Gyökeres, because 80 million pounds versus 65 million pounds obviously is quite the difference. So it's going to be interesting to see what shakes out. Now, worst case scenario, Leipzig accept the offer. They get Sesko into the room with Newcastle. Newcastle are able to talk to him, sweet talk him, and he's like, you know what? I can do this. I can go to Newcastle. I can live in Newcastle. I can play for Newcastle, Eddie Howe, and the boys, and win at Newcastle. I don't know if Newcastle is the right move for Sesko. He is quite young. He's a great footballer. But I think, realistically speaking, the better move commercially for him and future him is Manchester United. And I'm not saying that because we're a fan. I'm saying that from a pure marketability, from a pure potential success standpoint. I don't expect Newcastle to be knocking on the door of Champions League every season. Maybe Europa League a couple seasons, the Conference League a couple seasons, Champions League every once in a while, but not consistently. I know that we, being United, are not in the Champions League this year, but if we can bring him in, we have a really good shot at making a push this season to get back to Champions League. Again, we'll be doing our predictions here soon, but I think adding Sesko gets us closer to that top 5 than further away. I think right now we're firmly inside the top 10 with the team that we currently have right now and the way that things have looked this preseason. But man, oh man, if we could get this deal over the line, that would be absolutely massive, as I'm just double checking the time here on this video so we don't talk about this too much. But it's going to be interesting over the next 48 hours on, one, does Sesko accept personal terms with Newcastle? Does Leipzig just accept the deal and force Sesko to basically talk with Newcastle, get them in the room, see if they can sweet talk him into a deal? Or does Wednesday deadline hit, Newcastle pull the offer, and then United is in the driver's seat? Or within the meantime, between now and then, Sesko says, you know what, appreciate you, Newcastle, but I really want Manchester United, almost like how Mbumo said, United is the only club for me. That would force Leipzig's hand in turning down the deal, because if they were to accept it, that were the case, Sesko would not sign a deal with Newcastle, and it's all for nothing. And that, I think, would blacklist United from even being able to make a move for him, which we would then lose out on option ABCDE of striker summer transfer bonanza, whatever you want to call it. We've fallen flat on our face many times, and it's just a matter of, can we finally get a deal over the line to make something work, to get a player of his quality into the squad, because we are in desperate need of a striker up top. The game the other night against Everton, Cunha up top, he didn't even really play up top. With Mbumo, it was awkward, and then when Højlund came in, he did absolutely nothing. Zirkzee would have been the same thing, just a whole nothing burger up top. If they were to get 10 goals combined, Zirkzee and Højlund, this upcoming season in the Premier League, I would be shocked. Actually shocked. And that just tells you how desperate we are for a striker. So it's going to be really interesting to see what happens. Can United pull through, or will Sesko cave, go to Newcastle, and leave us hanging in the wind yet again? I want to know your comments on that down below. I want to know your thoughts in the comments section. So let's see what happens, but it's not looking good, at least in terms of, can we even match Newcastle? But the fact that Sesko hasn't said anything is looking good. So I would still say it's a 50-50 toss-up. We'll have to wait and see what happens. But if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to drop a thumbs up like on it. Hit that subscribe button if you guys are new. But that's going to be it for this one, and we will catch up with you guys in the next video.